Hi friends! I hope everyone's doing well. I decided to make a little video today instead of writing it all down because I thought it would be easier to express everything that's going on, everything that I'm thinking about on this matter. I wanted to touch on something really quick that has been sitting in my head for the past couple of months. I am in this fitness group on Facebook. It's a challenge that I'm doing. It's an 8-week challenge that a bunch of girls are doing. And so we are in this group together. And so we get to go on there and talk about like our wins, slash victories, our questions, our struggles, stuff like that. And one of the things that I've noticed that people ask me personally all the time and touch on all the time sporadically, but that it's just been in my face via this group lately is the question of how to gain confidence in the gym. It's just really like hit me in the face how much a lot of women are afraid of the gym, are intimidated in the gym, especially to go into the weight section. I almost had forgotten what that was like. I didn't realize it was this big of a thing. I think maybe we all go through it, but you think, oh, I'm just chicken, like I need to just like get over my fear, or you just don't. But I've realized lately how big of a deal this is. Women are freaking afraid of the gym. And you know what? It's just taking me back to when I was like that. I had almost forgotten. I get it. There was a time when I would literally sit outside in my car outside of the gym, and just try to gather the courage to go inside. And there were other times when I would go in there and just walk on the treadmill for a little while, for like half an hour, and be like, all right, today's the day, this is going to happen. And then, you just get intimidated and it's scary. And, I would break into this like little panic attack, cold sweat, and then just bounce. Like I wouldn't do it. So I don't know if you guys know, some of you know this. I started my weight loss / fitness journey on a reality show called Strong. It was on NBC. It was in 2015. It was a one season thing. I was the first one to get kicked off, whatever. It was just whatever. But nonetheless, that was my experience, and that's what kicked me off into the fitness world. And so when I think back, oh my gosh. So anyone will tell you this, from production to other cast members to, the craft services people. Just kidding. We weren't allowed to have craft services. But anyone will tell you that I was literally a mess. I was intimidated by everyone and everything. I was literally so scared. And there were 10 contestants and their coaches. So 20 people. And we had access to one kitchen with one stove and one fridge, and everyone would go in there and kind of just like fight for, space, and we had to meal prep and cook our own food and everything. And I remember I would have a panic attack just having to go in there because there was always someone in there. And so I was always like so intimidated and thinking like, oh my gosh, everyone's going to be like watching me when I'm making my food. They're going to be thinking like, should she really be eating that? Does she even know what she's doing? Like, isn't someone helping her? I just always was afraid of that. I was so scared, and I would just like go hide out in my bungalow and just like not eat. I think for that whole week that I was filming, I ate probably like almonds and hummus or something. I think I made eggs like once, and I think I burnt a pan from like how I would get anxiety going into that kitchen. So trust me, like I get it. I get about being afraid and intimidated and just being like afraid of looking stupid. It's a legitimate fear. Call it what it is, but I've been there. And more than half the time when I'm doing something, I'm super intimidated and super not confident. But my advice would be just fake it till you make it. Get in there, do your thing. And I get it, it's easier said than done, but here are my 3 tips for gaining a little confidence at the gym and just getting started with that so you can move forward with your fitness goals. Because to be honest, the treadmill and elliptical will only get you so far. So with that said, my advice would be figure out what it is you want out of training. Are you trying to lose weight? Do you want to get into bodybuilding? Do you want to lift weights for strength or weight loss? Once you identify the goal, then you can go about finding a program that's right for you. In this day and age, there are a million coaches and programs out there. It can be very overwhelming. Like, how do you pick one? Just keep it simple. Identify the goal, and know that it's going to take time. And the first step is being able to get in there. So don't try to do everything at once. If you get an online coach, or you can even download, honestly, you can just Google like a weightlifting for weight loss program, or just maybe like Google like upper body workout or upper body, dumbbell workout or something like that. Pick 3 exercises that you want to master, that you want to, execute. So with those 3 things, say, okay, you want to do a dumbbell curl and you want to do some, hammer curls or some, pick 3 things from a program and YouTube it. YouTube how it's done. Google it. Read about it. If you have some dumbbells at home or use some shoes to practice with, practice at home. You rehearse and then execute them at the gym. It's gonna seem like everyone's watching you, like everyone, is judging you. I get it. I've been there. But honestly, the more you go, the more people get familiar with you being there. And the more that you gain that confidence of like not caring what anyone thinks, like I'm here to do my thing, the more that you're going to feel comfortable. People are going to stop noticing you. People are going to stop like watching you. And honestly, half the time, people at the gym, their egos are probably really high and they're looking in the mirror, they're looking at themselves, they're thinking about themselves, and there are a million ways to do something. Technique varies according to people's goals, and so don't worry about what they're thinking if you're doing it right. Just stay on plan. Your 3 exercises, go do your cardio, go pick up your, dumbbells or whatever machines, and just do it. Machines, you guys, are a good way to get started. I know they get a bad rep, not even a bad rep. I know that they are just kind of like looked over by like the super cool like bodybuilders who just do barbells and, their own like weights. But I think that machines are great. They're a great starting point. There is limited range of motion, so you're more unlikely to get hurt by yourself. So pick 3 things. Pick 3 leg machines that you want to do in one day. Google it, YouTube it, find out exactly what it's for, what it does, how many reps you want to do each, how many times you want to do those reps, and get it done. And leave. Don't think about it again. Come back the next day and do the next set. You can also hire a personal trainer. It depends on your budget. Personal trainers are super expensive. One thing I would recommend is also getting your own program that you want to follow. Research what it is you want to train for. Either buy a program or download a program or whatever and take it and buy like 1 or maybe 3 sessions with a personal trainer and be like, this is what I want to learn how to do. I want to learn how to do these things right, and then I'm going to be off on my own. I've done that too in the past, and their job is to sell, so they're going to try to like sell you a bunch of and just be very clear. I just want to learn how to do this. Can you help me? Yes or no? And you're more likely to be more confident. You will be more confident when a trainer is with you telling you exactly how to do. You'll have a buddy. You'll have someone there to protect you. It won't be as scary. And it can be more fun. If you can afford to have a personal trainer for the rest of your life, 3 times a week or whatever, then more power to you. Most people can't. So I would just say, have a program like a 3 to 5 or 6 day program, whatever it is you want to commit to. You know, 1 day upper body, legs, you know, cardio, and then do it again, whatever, and have someone teach those things to you. Even if it's just a machine or small things that may seem obvious, you'll gain more confidence on the days that you have your trainer, and then you can come back and do them yourself without any help. Small group fitness classes, those are great. I think that, you know, most people that are new to the gym should get in there. It's a controlled environment. Everyone's doing the same thing. Everyone is like working on their coordination or whatever. No one's looking at the other person. No one cares what you're doing. It's a good way to get in there and loosen up a little bit. And it depends what gym you go to. You can have some like body pump or whatever, a little bit of weightlifting too. So group fitness classes are a good way to also get your feet wet, get away from the cardio machines and do something a little bit different. And gain a little bit of confidence and maybe even meet some people. Also, if you want to learn how to lift weights, something like more specialized gyms can help. For example, something like CrossFit. I know that like a lot of people are scared of it or it has a bad rep in like the fitness community for whatever reason. I've done it. I think it's a good way to learn how to lift. You have to obviously take a beginner's course, like it's called Foundations or Fundamentals or whatever, and it's a month-long program, and it's usually a better rate than the ongoing CrossFit classes. And everyone that signs up has to take them because you're new. You can't just get thrown into CrossFit. And things that you learn are, guess what? Your basic big lifts, how to squat, how to deadlift, how to do, you know, all like the basic big lifts amongst other things. But you have a coach, you have someone there to teach you how to do weightlifting, how to use proper technique. So I think it's money well spent if you can purchase a month-long program and go to all the classes and really juice it and really take it all in, take notes, and then also, you know, apply them at the gym. That's a really good way to gain confidence. You don't have to stay in CrossFit for the rest of your life or even after that, but it's a good way to learn some foundation lifting. So yeah, with that said, I think that you can just get in there and put on some gnarly resting bitch face and walk around like, you know, you're the queen of the world, and sometimes people will believe it. I say fake it till you make it. I used to be right where you are. If you are my target audience for today, if you are struggling with this and you get intimidated and you're not sure how to handle it, we've all been there. Make sure to smile to other women at the gym. Careful smiling to dudes because, you know, it can get a little creepy sometimes. I'm kidding, but honestly, I used to feel that way. I used to be super afraid, and now I literally walk in there, I do my thing, everyone knows me, and I have guys offer to, like, you know, give up their barbell or give up their machine. Some guy asked if he could load my barbell the other day. I'm like, no, I don't know. Thank you, but that's cool. But where people before used to kind of like scoff at me or probably giggle like, what is she doing? Now they're, you know, offering to give up their bench. And so it's a great feeling, not because I need to be catered to, but because I know that I reek of confidence. Not because I'm amazing, not because my ego is so big, but because I know that I'm in there working on my goals. I have a plan, and I don't care what anyone's thinking. I'm getting there, I'm getting in there, and I'm just going to do my thing. So little by little, that does come with time, but you have to stay persistent. You have to keep showing up. You have to put in the time. You have to put in the, you know, the grind. But everything else does come with time. And remember, underdog over champion any day. Talk to you later.